Hello, welcome. I'm Renée Valentina, and this is Musing Interruptus. Musing Interruptus is a podcast for sharing thoughts and stories and enjoying idiomatic phrases. You can read along. Just click on continue reading in the description to open a Google Doc with the transcription of this episode. The idiomatic expressions are in italics. Try to get the meaning from the context and then look them up to see if you were right. If you like it, subscribe, follow, and share. But more importantly, continue the conversation. Drop a comment with your answers to today's questions. I always want to know. The background music is by Blue Dot. The mix and master were done by Jesus Dario, my sound charolastra. Today, inspiration was drawn from my very dear friend Karina and her fortitude, because she knows when to say goodbye. How do you say goodbye to what started with a moment of destiny? One option is Fleetwood Mac's Say Goodbye. I want to pause for a moment. This song deserves more than that, more than the words I can offer. But that doesn't mean I won't give it a shot. The band had been together since 1975. Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks had been together romantically for a few years before joining Fleetwood Mac. But more importantly, they created music together. Now the song. 90 beats per minute. At least someone said he used to play it at that speed. It sounds like a runaway train to me. Forget about standard tuning. As if the speed were not complicated enough, if you want to play this in a set, you need to have a specially tuned guitar. Then the finger picking. I read someone say it was a combination of Travis-style picking, like the one used in Landslide, and classical guitar. What comes to mind is that this complexity mirrors whatever turmoil saying goodbye brings up. I hear the bass, grounding and damning us into the reality of an end. The picking oscillating between melancholy and a G-string that brings light, reminding us we have reasons for gratitude amidst our sorrow. Or is it sorrow being embraced? There are sections Lindsey Buckingham omits when he plays the song live. I wonder if it's a matter of complexity or a soul unwilling to revisit the portal opened by his own design. Lead us to the voices charging forth, a counterintuitive melodiousness close to madness, laced with regret, melancholy, and justifications. It's not a plea to stay or keep things the same, but to release. There is recognition of wonder and beauty that was created, and the wisdom that it has to end. You should say goodbye. This is not just a matter of good manners. It has to do with providing closure for yourself and the other person, and maybe that entity that was brewed, sparked, ignited by laughter and recognition and awe of other. It was a way of communicating to the other person that it was special. I imagine explorers felt this way when they reached new lands and smelled different soils and tasted the water. It's the same everywhere. 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. Nevertheless, the taste changes. People throw going away parties and send people off. It's good for everyone in the equation, made up by the marvels and sensitivities of the intellect, of a mind that charters the world with elements you were missing until life brought you that person. What's more, they were missing your elements. Well, to be needed is a drug. To be adored is mortifero. You know deadly doesn't cut it here. The stuff that comes from synchronicity and serendipity, lots of S-words, and they are laid upon pedestals. The stuff that inspires volumes of stories and dreamy days. There is honor and purity and everything good, and for these reasons, one gives into respite. Rejection, retention, resistance, our words need to be detained in their tracks. Hey, who goes there? Stop! You are under arrest. Surrender. Give way to say goodbye. That is an honest act. You involuntarily signed up for that when you gave in to this process. Some say the whole process is involuntary. This I disagree with. It's will fueled by desire, curiosity, fondness, the feeling of a full soul and a sense that all is right with the world, with that world. It is akin to finding a key to unlocking something that wasn't visible or even on your radar. Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac, the band, creators of music and partners. Why some relationships survive even after the illusions and expectations fall away, and others need to be left behind in exchange for closure, confounds me. But again, that's mostly my own resistance. Stevie Nicks sings for what it's worth. I haven't been able to find much information about this song and about Miss Nicks' thoughts, but it sure seems self-explanatory. If it were an answer to Mr. Buckingham's song to Fleetwood Mac, all I can say is that it is perfect. And if it isn't, it is still perfect. And perfect for us. A ringing bell at the station signaling the train is departing, chasing a song that gently lulls you into comfort, preparing you for a story we can all relate to. I hope. I wish that for you. The words that fit a heart that wants to say thank you, and the words out loud, publishing just how special the experience was. What knowing the other person or people made possible, the enrichment of her life. It is so explicit and vulnerable and humble with the strength of a tall redwood tree that is her voice. There is nothing her voice can't handle. No feeling, no love, no goodbye. She can do it all. Oh, Stevie, thank you. This song accompanied me into gratitude when it was easier to give in to suffering. She gave her heart hands to write this song, providing us with the articulation of sounds and images dearly needed by the soul that needs to say thank you. This was spectacular. I will never forget it. I will carry it in my heart. We need to be able to lay passions to rest and honor them. We need to be able to walk away from our creations and what we did together to allow for new collaborations, loves, and worlds. A few decades ago, I might have said that this has more to do with obliterating that entity in a funeral pyre to put it out of its misery. But now, thankfully, I know better. It needs to be honored. For your time, your energy, the intangible that is as real as an orange or a chocolate bar, the unforgettable smell of coffee brewing in the morning, the electricity bill, an expired electricity bill found under a stack of magazines once the power has been shut off and you have to eat the ice cream before it melts away. Then again, there are very special people who maybe, just maybe, you won't say goodbye to. Stevie Nicks, in an interview on August 26 on Good Morning America, said, "You never break up the band." Thank you for listening. When have you regretted not saying goodbye? Why? Tell me about the most beautiful parting of ways you have participated in. What is important to keep in mind? I'm listening.